My name is Eric Flynn, and for the month of June, I have uploaded a video every single day. This is the 30th and final video for this project, so I figured it would be a perfect opportunity to reflect on the experience and talk about some of the things that I've learned. Let's talk some statistics. In the month of June, I uploaded about 3.5 hours of content, which gained about 200 views, about 10.5 hours of watch time, and gained the channel about 12 subscribers. Since I really have no point of comparison, and I wasn't really doing this to attract an audience, I think that's pretty cool. From the outset, I had a few goals in mind. First, I wanted to work with Adobe Premiere more, to work on my editing fluency and speed, to spend some time experimenting with workflow, as well as getting a feel for my personal turnaround times, right? How quickly can I take a video from concept to a final shareable project? Second, I wanted to be more comfortable on this side of the camera lens rather than operating the camera. I have a pretty good idea of how that works, but this still feels a little foreign to me, but it's definitely, hopefully not quite as awkward as in that first video. And third, improving any creative process really boils down to practice, whether that's learning a musical instrument, building something physically, or creating visual content. You have to put the time in, and making mistakes is the fastest way to improve and figure out what works and what doesn't, and developing your own creative style. The follow-up to that would be the question, did I achieve any of those goals? I think the answer would be it depends. For the tools I used and the style of video I created, I definitely got a fair bit of practice, and I have a much better idea of how quickly I can produce that style of content. How useful that would be moving forward really depends, because I would like to do longer term projects and spend a little more time on production value. I'm sure it'll take more time learning to adapt to a more elaborate style of content, but hopefully some of the skills that I've been working on over the last month will transfer over. I think my biggest takeaway from this month of daily video uploads has been gather your content sooner so you can begin editing faster, and also don't put it off. In spite of my abundance of free time, I still put off beginning my projects until late at night, which led to, on 3 or 4 nights, missing my midnight deadline. And it might be a self-imposed deadline, but at the same time, you have to hold yourself accountable. I'm still unsure if I prefer to invest my time in pre-production and research, or if I prefer the more unplanned projects, which basically just means I spend that pre-production time in editing to make sure that everything comes together and forms a cohesive narrative. I'm sure as I start to do more long-term, elaborate projects, there's going to be more time needed in pre-production as well as editing to make sure that everything comes together well. And that brings us to moving forward. I think we're going to drop down from the daily schedule to 1 video a week. That should be more sustainable for the kind of videos and content I would like to produce. The daily upload works well for the quick piece-to-camera and vlog style, minimal editing videos, which I did fall back on a couple of times. But as far as the project style videos, it gives me more time to do research and pre-production as well as editing, and I should be able to produce content I'm a lot happier with, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm not really sure what the viewing habits of your average YouTube viewer really look like, but I'm not really doing this to attract views. I tend to use YouTube as an educational resource when I want to learn something, or I'm trying to check to make sure that I understand something. I find YouTube as a visual and educational medium a really good way of imparting information, and I would like to do my best to contribute to that if I feel I have something to add. So I hope I can keep finding content and topics that I feel qualified to speak to. So hopefully I can do that moving forward. I don't know, we'll find out, I suppose, in the coming weeks and months. But now we find ourselves at the end of the video. Now, wait just a second. I'm not doing the bad audio a second time in the video. That's no way to end this video a day project for the month of June. So here's the proper end. I recommend everyone give a shot at doing a video a day, especially if you have the time. Even if you don't, see what you can come up with. I know I have a better understanding of what kind of content I want to produce moving forward, as well as what it takes to produce regularly. And I am very much looking forward to having more time to do things that I can be proud of ultimately in the end. But with that, I guess I'll be seeing you soon. It won't be tomorrow, but everyone take care and be well, and I'll catch you in the next video. All right, now we're done. Wrap it, plug it in, call it quits, go to bed.